You guys should see in a moment something that says Warcraft logs in the middle of the screen, like in the very middle. It'll just once you've logged into it, it'll just look like this. You'll have upload a log, live log, or split a log. You can split one that you've already taken. In order to get the logs actually recording, when you enter a raid, you need to either have an add-on that automatically does it for you. There are plenty of them. I believe Exorcist actually does it for you. Will automatically start your combat log. I'm not certain on that. But another way to do it, if you want to do it manually, if you don't want to log every raid, is just to type slash combat log. So the backslash and then combat log, and it will log for you. And you should be, you might not actually be seeing it. If you go to split, you'll just pick the actual log that you want to split. You'll need to navigate your own computer system and whatnot for that. It's normally in your Warcraft folder under logs. It's fairly simple to find. Most people will do live log. It will show the guild that you're in here if you've actually applied to the guild for it. You can either do private or unlisted or public. You can also choose different guilds, whichever one you want to do. So there's a lot that you can do with it. Not a whole lot, but it's very straightforward to upload. You can have your own private as well as uh, your the ones on the guild site. If you want them on the guild site, you need to talk to your team lead to make sure that it's okay. Live log will pull directly from the game as you're doing it. It occasionally will not work right if your log is too full. So if you're going to start combat logging, you need to uh, get in the habit of deleting your combat logs probably every week or so. So you'll need to go into your WoW folder and just delete the combat log that's in there. If you're not sure how to do that, again, go to Google. There's a lot of tutorials for this kind of stuff. Are there any questions? Oh, you wanted me to compare yours to a rope. Let me go do that real quick,
Yeah.
okay? Give me 1 second. So I'll do this for people as well. You guys can kind of go along with me and get to kind of see it a little bit more.
Before you go into that, could you maybe just answer um, how much do you think the raid comp, average level, other people's competence affect your own performance?
It will definitely affect it some, and it depends on what all you're trying to do on it. Like for example, in our raids, I am watching everybody. If I'm not watching everybody, I normally play better. If your raid is, I'm trying to think of how to best answer this. If you're constantly worrying about other people and if they're messing up or doing the right thing and you're paying attention to other people, you're probably going to play worse. Likewise, if other people are not doing what they're supposed to and you're trying to do a bunch of other mechanics for people, you're inevitably going to do less damage. So you need to take those kind of things into consideration as well. And that's kind of why I was showing you guys like the damage to the ads. Because if you see that you're doing like 40% of the damage to ads and somebody in this other person that you're comparing yourself to only did like 5%, there's a reason why your damage is lower, especially at that point. Because you're doing the mechanics that you need to do, and it may be that they have somebody assigned in their raid to do it differently. Like there are definitely classes that are better at certain things, so those are things to definitely keep in consideration as well. Like if it's not a huge difference and you are killing the bosses, I don't normally worry about it too much. It's more for personal pride at that point of okay, this person's kicking my ass at this. I don't like that. I want to do more damage. But if you're like when you're looking at like for progression, one of the things that you need to be looking at is looking at like damage done and damage taken. Those are the most key things for progression. You need to be making sure that you are on the bottom of damage taken and on the top of damage done to priority targets. No kitty. Are you guys able to see the Warcraft logs again on the stream? Or are you just seeing one? It looks like you're just seeing one.
I got you bumped up.
Yeah, I know mine sucks.
No, you're fine, man. Give me just 1 second. I'm just gonna make this so you guys can actually see them both again, and I'll go over it with everyone so you can kind of see it. Because this actually will probably be a good example, because I'll probably find something that you can definitely improve on. It'll help you. It'll help people kind of again see what to look for. So let's see. We will look at what's a good fight to look at. Actually, let me go on all yours and see what you've killed. You know, we will do Fell Lord, because that's fairly standard, straightforward fight. There's not a whole lot that you have to deal with, but I can track debuffs and so on, so I'm going to look at that, and I'm going to look at the one that you've done the best on, which is right up here. Your item level is 711. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and try to find people of that ranking. You were in the top 33% of your item level for that point.
Well, I'm actually now 715. So.
Right, but with this log, though, you can look at what you were doing then and at least see it. So it doesn't do any good to compare like at 715 now, because this log was when you were 711. So that's what I'm going to go off of. I'm going to make sure it's on heroic. I'm going to go up here. Wait for it to load. Classes, rogue. You said you played assassination, is that correct?
Yeah, I do play assassination right now. Or I have been the entire time I've been playing my rogue.
Okay, so as you see, I'm looking over here for assassination rows of the item level 709 to 711. So in the same vicinity as Toxic Havoc here. So as we will look and see what he actually did. His damage was 52,000 on this boss. Now, again, we need to look at the time frame, because cooldowns and stuff are going to play a huge role in this as well. So I need about a 3-minute kill. Trying to see if I can find one super close. We'll go with, nope, no. Let me look at US. I forgot to change that part. That way I don't, that way I can actually read it. We will look at this one here. He's item level 7. Wait, why is it showing me that item level? Maybe I didn't reset it, did I? Okay, sorry. I've screwed myself with the back button a few times. I'm going to look at this one here, because it's within about 5 seconds or so of it, and should be about the same raid size even. He did 75,000 on this, and he's actually item level 709. Okay, so looking at this, one of the first things that you can see, you don't have soul capacitor, do you?
No, I do not. Every time we do, I'm in Dog's group, but his group doesn't do Sucker Throw anymore. They only focus on Mano Anarchy, so I'm kind of screwed out of that.
Okay, so as you can see here, Spirit Eruption, that comes from that trinket. That is by far this person's top damage. So that is a huge thing that you're missing. So that's
Right,
definitely something that you need to take into consideration on this. I know. I'm explaining like what you need to be looking at. So that's the first thing you can assess is, okay, I don't have this trinket that is making this person do that's doing 34% of this person's DPS, just third in the US for my item level on this boss. On the same boss, similar time frame, so cooldowns are going to be used at around the same time. What you need to do now is look at the overall general cast and whatnot. So in Venom, he got 37, you got 39. His hit for 78,000. Yours was hitting for 53,000. I'm not sure what the difference is on that. I don't really know how rogues work, so this is where some of your class knowledge comes into play as well. But something he is doing is making his Envenom hit for a lot more than yours. So I don't know if that has anything to do with weapons or not, because I can't see the actual items that he's using. So it could, if it has anything to do with weapon damage, that could be it. I am not sure. Let's see. If you look at Dispatch, actually he has Deadly Poison. You have Venom, or yours is there too. Okay. That looks similar though. You had 243 hits of it. He had 296. So he got some extra Deadly Poisons in for more damage. I don't know if that's because you were maybe moving out for a mechanic or whatnot, but that definitely would play a part in it as well. And my back button's screwing me. Give me 1 second. It also... Wait. Shadow Reflection. Is this what I'm seeing? Is... Okay, yeah, that should be the same. Looking at that. So, again, if you're looking at your damage done, your first dispatch... I'm not sure why there's 2 on there. I don't know how that works. But for his, he had 36 hits of it for 30,000. Or, that's yours, my bad. 36 hits of it for 30,000. And he had 42 for 29,000. So you're hitting about the same, but he got more applications of it in. So something he's doing is making him get more abilities used. And we can actually go up and look at this as well. We'll compare casts.
Who is this person you're talking about? Is this Zoic or...
No, this is somebody named Irish Coffee. I went up and looked for rogues in that spot. Did you see that on the stream, or do you need me to show you again?
No, it's okay. It's fine. What server is he on?
He is on Frostmourne in the guild, honestly.
Okay.
What I did to find him was I went up to zones, looked at rankings, found only in that item level for assassination rogues, and he was one of the top ones on there, so that's who I picked.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing that you will see, he had a total of 135 abilities used. You had a total of 119. So somewhere he was getting more casts in somehow in this fight than you were.
Okay. Is he a Hoarder Alliance?
Oh, that I don't know. We can armor him and find out.
I'm looking for him right now.
I mean, the keys to this are going to be looking at the logs a little bit more. Like, knowing his whatnot. So, we can try to figure out how he's getting that. It might be he, again, won this fight. You might have to move out for something like Befouled, or maybe he got seeds more than he did. So what we're going to do to see if that's maybe part of it, is we're going to go up to debuffs. You did get Befouled on you. You had 1 application of it. He did not. So if you were doing Befouled correctly and you were running out from people, that could make the difference. Like, that could make at least a little bit of the difference. Like, that might... So, at one point you had to move out and he did not. I'm not sure if he soaked or if you soaked any of the pillars. That could be another thing.